Hej, vil du tale dansk eller engelsk?
We should put English, I think, right?
Okay.
My
Yeah, did
Danish
you
is not
decide?
great.
Okay,
It's
it's
so
fine.
great to meet you. I'm a
Yeah.
fan, actually. I've
Oh,
enjoyed your work for such a long time, so I wish we could meet in real life. But
well, we can do that another time.
yeah, anyway, so I was just going to begin by asking your relationship with Queen Anne and going into this, what appealed to you playing her?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know so much about Queen Anne, to be honest. But when I got the script, I was very interested because I really like the script. It's very modern. It's very funky. It's very unusual, wild, fun, and then it's a small part that I'm playing, but it's an important part for the plot. And then, of course, the big thing for me, the big attraction was to actually meet and play with Julianne Moore. And I'm a huge fan of her work and have always been. So that was the big attraction for me, of course, to.
Yeah, that leads me. I was going to ask this later, but I can ask you now. This is her first costume drama, if I understand correctly, and you've done at least a few. So I was wondering if you could give her some directions or advice in that regards.
Well, no. I mean, she is playing such a huge part in this, so she was busy.
Yeah.
But she is a very generous person, and what happened the first time when I met her, I was the first day I had on this production, she was not, it was not with her. So I came, back to the base in my big dress, tried to fit in a car, and then, the door opened, and then Julianne Moore welcomed me like, oh, so nice to meet you, and thank you for doing this. And, it was, she was so generous, the host of the show, in a very generous way. So that was the first meeting with her. And then when we actually had to do our first scene, I got very nervous because suddenly I look into this iconic face that I have watched for so many years, and it did something to me. So I was like, I don't know if I can act. And then we started acting, and then we just acted. Then we just explored the scene and had fun with that. And then I just tried to use all the opportunities to, every time you have a break, I just like ask her questions. And
Yeah.
but she's very funny. She's very relaxed and very easy to be around. And then, of course, she is also a big star that needs, to be working on her stuff, and to have her privacy as well. So, I mean, I for me, it was a very good meeting, and I think that we had a private and nice meeting as well. But yeah, she had a lot to do on this show.
Yeah. What is it about her work that you like so much? I mean, we all love Julianne Moore, but for you personally?
Well, I think she has something that is very real,
Mm.
and she can play quite big, actually, sometimes in a very real way. She's very good at creating characters that I believe in. She dares a lot, and I admire the way that she has all the choices she had made. She's a big Hollywood star. She can do all the red carpets and, like being the big star that she obviously is. But she can also do very independent, small films. And of course, that is very inspiring for me. So,
Yeah.
so she's not lost in that Hollywood-ish world, if you understand what I mean. She's
Yeah.
a real actress, and I just admire her work a lot. And she has
Yeah.
done so many different things. I actually just uh, rewatched when I had to meet her again. Safe, that is an old film.
Yeah, it's good.
That she did, and it's very good. I mean, she has done so many
Yeah.
good things, and I've seen a lot of it.
Going back to shortcuts, even.
Yeah. But Magnolia, you can just
Yeah, I
she's
know. We could, but
she has
just go back,
done so many things. Yeah.
let's get back to your character, Queen Anne. Could you speak a little bit to the relationship dynamics between Anne and King James as we are coming into the show?
Yes. I mean, they don't share bedrooms, I guess. They don't share a lot of things at this time. And there are backgrounds for that. You don't get a lot of stories about that in the show, but he has an affair with Somerset.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan, or Queen Anne is not a big fan of that relation, because she can't control Somerset. He is too eager to be in power, and so she's very interested in collaborating with Mary Villiers in changing the person in the bedroom of the king. So that is kind of the plot that I'm important in. That and I think that Queen Anne knows that. I mean, she's a woman. At that time, you needed a man to be in charge, and but I think that she knows that she can kind of do actually a lot of things to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have so many questions, but I only have like a couple of minutes to go. So
And
I
I'm
need to
also,
pick one. I'm going to go with this. The show is very raunchy. There's a lot of sex scenes and quite provocative, I suppose. How do you think that's going to go down? Because there's this big discussions now with the Generation Z, and that they don't want the sex scenes anymore. They feel like it's too intimate. And how do you why do you think that is? Why are we turning prudish, the world? Or
I think that this show will really be popular. Actually, that's what I think, because this is it's very fun, it's very refreshing, and yeah, it has a lot of sex scenes, but done with taste. And it's not explicit to be explicit. It tells a story about a time. It tells a story. It's queer. It's. I think that it's. I really love this show. So for me, it's refreshing also to see a show in so big costumes that has this. I don't know if it's provocative, but it's just wild or funky vibe, and it's fun also, and it's about power, it's about sex, it's about love, it's about politics. It has to be gritty, and it has to be, it's has to be feelable. But it's also very beautiful. It's beautiful the way it's done, the way it's shot. But underneath, it has this, human nature that is just like, ah. And so in that way, I think that's what I believe, that this show will reach both whatever generation they identify themselves with. That's what I hope.
a quick word on shooting at Hatfield. What was that like?
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's such an amazing thing to actually be in a place where the people you're playing, they walked these stairs.
Yeah.
When we had the big ball in the room, and then you find an image on the wall, a painting of King James. He's just right there. It was very powerful, very powerful.
Thank you, Trine. I have to wrap up. I got the word. I have to wrap up. Thank you so much for talking, and
Thank you for
meet you
talking.
soon again in real life for a real
Yes.
conversation. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.